Hello, welcome my dear life accountants. So in today's video, I'm going to share with us another way God talks to us, another way God leads us, and another way God directs us. And this is through the presence of His peace or the absence of His peace. The peace of God, which is beyond human understanding. Even I myself cannot explain it, because it is beyond human understanding. It is beyond our explanation. It is beyond our own reasoning. Just understand that the peace of God shows the calmness, the tranquility of the soul that is beyond expression. You cannot even express, you can't explain to people what you're going through when you have the peace of God. They cannot understand, but only you who is experiencing it can tell what you're feeling. The presence of this peace is one way God shows us that He is with us. He communicates His divine presence. No matter how the situation might be, in the human eyes, the situation might look very difficult and challenging, but God will give you peace. The world will not understand it. People around you will not understand how you are smiling through this difficult season, how you are so joyful when you lost someone, how you are so at peace and at rest when you should be crying. They do not understand that. Only you and God, who is giving you the peace, understands what you're going through. Likewise, when there is absence of this peace, it can be a way God is communicating to us. It can be a way that God is trying to show us something we do not understand. It can be a way God is trying to protect us. It can be a way God is trying to lead us. In the human circumstances, things might seem normal, might seem perfect, but you have the restlessness in your soul. The restlessness in your soul. You have that anxiety, that worry that something might go wrong, and you just feel it deep within you. You can't explain it to people. You can't really tell them this is what I'm feeling, but you just know that whatsoever that is happening is not okay, and it's only God can communicate to us through the absence of that peace. And most times the absence of God's peace can be a way God communicates danger to us. It can be a way He tries to protect us from harm. And it can be a way God tries to lead us to the right path. As always, I will be communicating with us how God spoke to me through His peace and the absence of His peace. One of the most memorable periods in my life when I experienced the absolute and perfect peace of God was a period after my ICANN exam, the professional level, after I wrote my final paper, case study. Before that level exam, I contemplated whether to write the 5 papers or just to write 3 and then later on write 2. I did not have the complete money, but I trusted God. People around me wondered why I wanted to write everything, given that I didn't have time to really study that period, and I work 6 days in a week. But I knew what God told me, and I knew my agreement with Him. I knew that what He has started, He will bring it to pass. And I knew the agreement we had, that before my 25th birthday, I will be a chartered accountant. And I had only one diet left, which was that diet I was to write those 5 papers. So there was no need to extend or push forward the papers. So after writing the 5 papers, especially on the last day of the exam, I wrote case study. It got to a point my brain was blank in the exam hall, to the extent the supervisor, the invigilator, asked me, "Don't you know what to write? Are you done writing?" I wasn't writing. I just held my pen and I was wondering, what will I even write? All these things are just looking different in my eyes. So God gave me the grace. I was writing whatsoever I can remember. If you see my handwriting in that exam, you will know that it was written out of fear. My hands were shaking. In order not to leave my paper empty, I had to write down something. At the end, I got worried. I already told myself, okay, I'll be coming back for the next diet. I know I've already failed this. And after the exam, I wasn't myself. I didn't even lose my hair. I was going to work, but my mind was not there. Until one day I sat down in the cushion chair in our house and I was just in communion with the Holy Spirit, and I felt something. I experienced the peace of God, the powerful peace of God, which surpasses human understanding. That day I went to work, dressed well, loosed my hair, looked so beautiful, and I communicated with everybody with happiness and joy because I knew what I experienced. And funny enough, I never for one day thought about my exam papers again. I never for one day wanted to think about how the exam went or if I'll pass, whether I'll fail. I forgot about it totally. And we were actually preparing for Christmas. So I channeled my energy to, okay, what next? Let's prepare for Christmas. And I was even expecting that the results will come out the next year. Lo and behold, on the 22nd day of December 2022, the result was released and I passed the 5 papers, including the almighty case study. I passed each and every one of them. What did you learn from this? This is to show you that God's peace, once it comes, no matter the situation, no matter the circumstances around you, God's presence will always supersede, and his peace is always true. Then another situation when I experienced the absence of God's peace, which also reflected God's way of communicating to me, was one time just before my marriage. I was going to one local church with my friend. We were on a bike. So I asked the bike man, do you know this church? Because the church was inside. The bike man said, yes, we should come, let's be going. The more he went further, the more I felt restless. The more I was like, where is this place? Where is this man taking us to? Something in me just told me that all is not well. And kidnaps are everywhere, and I did not want to be a victim. I told the man to stop. I told the bike man, please stop. My friend was asking me, what's that? I said, stop first. I asked him, Oga, do you know where you're taking us to? Tell me the truth. Do you know where we're going to? He said he's not sure. In fact, he does not know, but he just wanted to be taking us. I said, Oga, please, if you know where you brought us from, that junction, please take us back to that place. I beg you in the name of God. My friend said I should calm down. I said I knew something was wrong. My mind was telling me something was wrong. And the man just brought us back to that junction. We now had to take another bike. So this is one way God communicates to us. When everything seems normal, my friend was so relaxed. The bike man kept doing as if he knew what he was doing, but I just knew something was not wrong, was not right. And this was God's way of directing, of protecting, and of leading. So when there is absence of the peace of God, it can be a way God is delivering you from danger. So my dear life accountants, I hope today's message blessed your soul. I hope you learned that the peace of God is beyond human understanding. Nobody apart from you who is experiencing it can understand the peace of God. And also, when there is absence of this peace of God, you know that can also be a way that God is asking you to change your path, change your decision, or take another route, because that is not where his perfect plan for you is. So my dear life accountants, I will be leaving you with this reflective question. My question for you today is, have you ever experienced that perfect and absolute peace of God before? And if you have not, my dear, you have. Search very well, because God is always present in our lives. It's just that we do not really understand, or we do not really pay attention. Always remember to be the accountant of your life. Peace out.